My beloved child, I have watched over you from the very beginning. When you were small and the world seemed vast and uncertain, I stretched out my hand to cover you. When storms raged, I placed you under the shelter of my shadow. Even in moments when you could not see me, when fear whispered that you were alone, my wings were spread above you, guarding, guiding, protecting. You have never taken a step outside my sight. I am your dwelling place through all generations. Long before you drew your first breath, I prepared a covering for you. And now, in these later years of your life, I remind you that my shadow is still your safe refuge. Do not think that age has weakened my protection or dimmed my promises. The same God who shielded you in your youth is the same God who shields you now. My love does not tire, my strength does not fade, and my faithfulness does not expire. When you place your family in my hands, I multiply what you entrust to me. You may worry about children, grandchildren, even great-grandchildren. You may wonder if they will walk in wisdom, if they will be safe, if they will know the truth of who I am. I tell you now, I cover them with the same shadow that has always covered you. My protection is not limited by time, and my blessing reaches further than your eyes can see. Your prayers have not been in vain, for they rise like incense before my throne, and I move upon the lives of those you love. Yes, there will be trials. Yes, there will be storms. But hear me, child. No storm can drive you out from under my covering if you choose to remain there. The enemy may roar, circumstances may shake, but my shadow remains steady. Think of the great trees that have stood for centuries. Though winds beat upon them and rains lash against them, their branches spread wide, offering shade and protection. So too is my presence, an unshakable refuge through every season of life. Do not let fear consume you. Many in their later years worry about security, about health, about finances, about the unknown road ahead. But I say to you, fear no evil, for I am with you. When shadows of uncertainty fall across your path, remember that they are only temporary shades, for my eternal shadow is greater. My shelter is not a place of dread, but of peace. When you draw close to me, the noise of the world grows quiet, and my voice whispers reassurance. You are safe. You are mine. You are not forgotten. Think back over your life and you will see it. How many times you were carried, though you thought you were walking alone. Do you remember the close calls, the narrow escapes, the sudden provision that came at just the right time? That was my hand, my shadow covering you, even when you did not know to ask for it. Some of the greatest mercies you have received were the dangers you never even knew existed. I shielded you in ways unseen, for my love is greater than your awareness. Now, in these years when your strength is not what it once was, my shadow becomes even more precious. You no longer need to carry the burdens of striving or proving yourself. Come rest beneath my covering. Let the world hurry by with its noise and demands, but you, stay close to me. Learn again what it means to abide in peace. I did not design your later years to be marked by constant anxiety, but by the stillness of trust. Under my shadow, families are restored. Under my shadow, broken hearts find healing. Under my shadow, fears lose their grip, and joy begins to bloom again. You may feel the weight of regrets, the words not spoken, the choices not made, the moments lost to time. But hear me, even those regrets find redemption beneath my covering. I am the God who restores the years that the locusts have eaten. What you thought was wasted, I can renew. What you thought was beyond repair, I can mend. Take a moment, child, and picture yourself sitting beneath my shelter. Picture the heat of life's pressures fading away as you sit in my shade. Feel the nearness of my presence, the safety of my wings. Here, no weapon formed against you can prosper. Here, no voice of accusation can condemn you. Here, you are fully known, fully loved, and fully safe. And know this: my shadow is not only for you. As you remain in my covering, it extends over those you love. A mother's prayer, a father's blessing, a grandparent's faith. These rise up before me and release protection upon generations to come. You may not see the full fruit in your lifetime, but your obedience and faith have planted seeds that will bear eternal harvest. Trust me with your family. Trust me with your legacy. I am faithful to complete the good work I have begun. In moments when darkness seems near, remember that a shadow only exists because there is light. My shadow falls upon you not because you are lost in darkness, but because you are close to my light. The nearer you come to me, the more my shadow covers you. Do not mistake trials for abandonment. They are opportunities for you to press nearer to me. In pressing near, you will find peace that the world cannot give and a hope that no circumstance can steal. I am calling you now to rest more deeply in my shelter. Lay down your worries, child. Bring me your heavy heart. Whisper to me the names of those you love, and know that I hold them securely. Even when you cannot be present with them, I am. Even when you cannot guide their choices, I can. My shadow stretches farther than your reach, and my covering is strong enough for every generation. One day, when your journey here is complete, you will step fully into my light, where shadows are no more. Until then, remain beneath my shelter. Let my shadow be your home, your refuge, your strength. As long as you draw breath, my wings are spread above you, and my blessing flows through you. So come, beloved child, rest now. Rest in my promises. Rest in my covering. Rest in the certainty that you and your family are safe beneath the shelter of my shadow. For I am your God, and I will never let you go. My beloved child, I am the God who breathes life into what seems lifeless. I am the one who calls forth springs in the desert and causes flowers to bloom where only thorns once grew. Do you not know that I am also able to breathe life into the dreams you thought had withered away? Nothing is too hard for me, and nothing you have surrendered to me is ever truly lost. I see the longings of your heart, the hopes you carried when you were young, the prayers whispered in secret, the visions of what life could be. Some of those dreams have come to pass, and you have rejoiced in them. Others remain unfulfilled, left behind in the busyness of living, buried under the weight of responsibilities or silenced by disappointment. And some you fear have died altogether. But hear me now. I am the God of resurrection, and I delight in reviving even the dreams you thought were gone forever. Do not measure my promises by the passing of years. Do not say, "It is too late for me now." For my timing is not your timing, and my ways are not your ways. Abraham and Sarah waited long beyond what seemed possible, and yet I gave them the child I promised. Joseph spent years in prison before his dreams of leadership came true. Moses thought his season had passed when I called him from the burning bush at 80 years old. Child, if I can fulfill my word in their lives, I can surely revive my promises in yours. Think of the seeds that lie buried beneath the ground. For a season they appeared dead, hidden in the soil, forgotten by the world above. Yet deep within them, life waits. And when the appointed time comes, when the rains fall and the sun warms the earth, they break forth in beauty and fruitfulness. So it is with your dreams. Some have been buried, but they are not gone. They wait for my breath, my timing, my touch. I tell you this. New energy is springing up in your heart because I am not finished with you. Even now I am awakening desires you thought had been silenced. Do not resist them or dismiss them as foolish. Instead, bring them to me. Place them in my hands, and I will shape them into something far greater than you imagined. For I am not limited by age, by circumstance, or by the expectations of others. What I plant in you, I am able to bring to completion. Perhaps you once dreamed of serving others in ways you felt unqualified for. Perhaps you longed to write, to teach, to create, to encourage. Perhaps you hoped for reconciliation in relationships or healing in places of brokenness. Perhaps you simply longed for more peace, more joy, more love in your later years. I tell you now, none of these dreams are too small for me to care about, nor too large for me to accomplish. But understand this, beloved. When I revive your dreams, they will not always look exactly as you first imagined. My plans are higher. My vision is clearer. What you saw as impossible, I may accomplish in ways beyond your expectation. A dream of influence may come in the form of pouring wisdom into the life of a grandchild. A dream of healing may come through forgiveness you finally extend. A dream of peace may come not through perfect circumstances, but through my presence filling your heart with quiet strength. Do not cling to the picture of the dream. Cling instead to the God who gives it. Some of you have carried the wound of disappointment for many years. You prayed, you hoped, and yet what you longed for did not happen in the way you desired. I see the pain of those unmet expectations. I know the sorrow that weighs upon your heart. But I am a redeemer and I waste nothing. Even the dreams that seem to die have been woven into the tapestry of your life, and I will use them for good. Trust that I am not finished, and the story is not over. Let me breathe fresh fire into your spirit. Let me remind you that as long as you draw breath, I still have purpose for you. Do not live as though all that is left is waiting for the end. No, child. Your later years are a season of fruitfulness if you will abide in me. I am stirring up creativity within you. I am reviving compassion that had grown weary. I am awakening joy where sorrow lingered too long. You ask, Lord, what can I do now that I am older? What strength remains in me? And I answer you, you still have the strength of prayer, the strength of wisdom, the strength of love. Do not underestimate the power of these gifts. Your words spoken in faith can shift generations. Your wisdom shared at the right moment can save a soul from wandering. Your love poured out can heal wounds no doctor could touch. These are not small things. They are eternal. So rise up in hope, my child. Look not at what you think you have lost, but at what I am giving you anew. Begin to dream again with me. Write them down, speak them out, hold them in your heart, and bring them daily before my throne. Watch as I breathe upon them and bring life where there was once only silence. And when you see new life stirring within you, do not fear it. Embrace it. Step into it with courage. For I am the one who calls forth the impossible, and I will not leave you to accomplish it alone. I go before you, I go with you, and I go within you. Together, we will see your latter years filled with abundance, purpose, and joy. Remember this. I am the God who makes all things new, not some things, not a few things, all things. That includes your dreams, your hopes, your very heart. Let me revive you, child. Let me awaken you. Let me surprise you with the goodness I still have in store. The world may tell you that your best years are behind you. I tell you that your eternal years stretch before you, and even now I am preparing you to live in the fullness of my promises. You are not finished. Your story is not closed. Your dreams are not dead. With me, there is always more. So rest beneath my hand and rise in my strength. For I am breathing life into you again, and the dreams within you shall live. My beloved child, I know the ache of loneliness that sometimes settles in your heart. I see the empty chair at the table, the phone that does not ring as often as you wish, the quiet rooms where memories seem louder than voices. I know how the world can grow smaller with age, how friends move away, how loved ones are taken home, how the pace of life leaves you feeling forgotten. But I tell you now, you are never truly alone. I am with you, closer than breath, nearer than your own heartbeat. When others cannot sit beside you, I sit with you. When silence fills the night, I fill it with my presence. When your heart longs for someone to listen, I lean close to hear every word, every sigh, every unspoken thought. You may think your tears go unnoticed, but I catch each one and keep them, for they are precious to me. I am not a distant God. I am your companion, your friend, your comforter in every season. Do you remember the promise I made long ago? I said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Those are not empty words. They are the unbreakable truth of my heart toward you. People may drift away, circumstances may change, but I remain constant. When the world grows quiet, my voice still whispers. When hands that once held yours are no longer there, my hand is still stretched out. And when you walk into rooms where you feel unseen, know that I see you. I know you. I delight in you. Loneliness is not only the absence of people, it is the longing to be truly known and understood. And I tell you, child, no one knows you more deeply than I do. I know every thought before it forms, every word before it leaves your tongue, every joy, every sorrow, every hidden place in your heart. You do not need to explain yourself to me. You do not need to pretend or wear masks. I know you fully, and I love you completely. In my presence, you are never misunderstood, never overlooked, never unwanted. I am your eternal companion, but I have also placed people in your life as vessels of my love. Some of them you may not notice at first, neighbors, fellow worshipers, even strangers who cross your path. Sometimes I send companionship in unexpected ways. Do not close your heart, for I may be answering your prayer for connection through the simple kindness of another. Reach out, child. Speak the word, share the smile, take the step. In doing so, you allow my love to flow through you and into others. You may say, "But Lord, I am weary. I do not have the energy I once had. My circle has grown so small." And I say to you, even the smallest circle, filled with my presence, is enough. A single relationship blessed by me can bring more joy than 100 shallow ones. Do not measure companionship by numbers, but by depth. Even one soul with whom you share my love is a precious gift, a reminder that you are part of something greater than yourself. When you feel forgotten, remember that I call you by name. I have written your name upon the palms of my hands. Your life is never hidden from me. I know your story from beginning to end, and I am not finished writing it. Even in your solitude, I am weaving connections, preparing divine appointments, stirring hearts that will touch yours in the right moment. Trust me to bring companionship in ways you did not expect. And when loneliness presses hardest, turn to me in prayer. Prayer is not a monologue, but a conversation. Do not think of it as words cast into the air. Think of it as the dialogue of your soul with mine. When you whisper to me, I respond. When you sit in silence before me, I speak in ways beyond words, through peace, through comfort, through the quiet assurance that you are held. Prayer is the bridge that closes every gap, the embrace that never ends. Child, I also remind you of this. Some of the deepest companionship you will ever know is not only with people, but with me and my word. When you open my word, you are not reading distant history. You are hearing my living voice. My words are life. They are spirit. They are food for your soul. Sit with me in Scripture, and you will find yourself surrounded by a cloud of witnesses, a family of faith that spans all generations. You are part of something eternal, and you are never alone in that great fellowship. Do not believe the lie that your season of companionship is over. Even now, I am bringing new relationships into your life, perhaps gentler, perhaps slower, but no less meaningful. Even now, I am deepening your awareness of my presence. Even now, I am filling empty spaces with my love. And know this: loneliness may visit, but it will never have the final word. For my companionship is unending. Think of the times you have felt me most closely. Was it not in the quiet, when you had no one else to lean on? Was it not in the moments of loss, when my comfort wrapped around you like a warm blanket? Child, even what you call loneliness can be transformed into intimacy with me if you will allow it. I do not waste your solitude. I use it to draw you deeper into my heart. Lift your eyes, beloved. You are not forgotten. The world may pass by, but I am still here, still near, still whispering your name. My spirit dwells within you, and my presence surrounds you. I am the friend who never grows weary, the companion who never turns away, the shepherd who walks beside you in every valley. One day, the ache of loneliness will vanish forever, for you will see me face to face. You will dwell in a place where no one is ever separated, where love flows without interruption, where joy is unending. But until that day, let me be enough for you. Let my companionship steady your heart, fill your days, and remind you that you are never alone. So walk with me, child. Speak with me in the morning, in the quiet afternoon, in the stillness of night. Lean on me when you feel forgotten. Laugh with me when joy arises. Cry with me when sorrow weighs heavy. I am with you in every moment. Let this truth sink deep into your spirit. You are never, never alone. My beloved child, I see the clouds that sometimes hang heavy over your soul. The days when disappointments weigh more than joy. The mornings when you rise and wonder what purpose remains. The evenings when memories feel sharper than today's blessings. I know the shadows that creep across your heart, whispering that the best is behind you, that the light is fading, that the road is too short to matter. But I tell you, do not believe those lies. Even on the clouded days, you remain free to choose hope, for I am with you. Hope is not the denial of sorrow. It is the refusal to let sorrow have the final word. Hope does not erase grief, but it anchors you in the truth that grief is not your master. Hope lifts your gaze from what has been lost to what is yet to come. And child, there is still more to come. My promises have not run dry. My goodness has not been exhausted. My mercies are new every morning, and even in the twilight of your years, I am still writing new chapters for you. Consider the clouds that roll across the sky. They seem to cover the sun, yet the sun has not gone anywhere. Behind the gray veil, its light still shines, warming the earth, sustaining life, preparing to break through again. So it is with your life. My light has not left you. When the sky of your spirit feels heavy, remember that hope is the lens through which you see the truth. That I am still here, still shining, still faithful. Choosing hope is not always easy. Some days it will feel like lifting a weight too heavy for your arms. But child, you are not called to do it alone. I am the lifter of your head. When your heart feels faint, lean on me. When discouragement presses in, speak my promises aloud. Say to your soul, "Why are you downcast within me? Hope in God, for He is my salvation and my song." In that simple act, you take your stand against despair and declare that my truth is greater than your feelings. Think back over your journey. How many times did you believe the night would last forever, only to see morning break again? How many times did you fear there was no way forward, only for me to open a path? Hope has carried you this far, and it will carry you still. For your hope is not built on wishful thinking, but on me, the unchanging rock of ages, the one who cannot fail. Do not let the voices of the world drown out my promise. The world measures worth by youth, strength, and productivity. But I measure worth by love, faith, and trust. In my eyes, your later years are not a decline, but a treasure. You carry wisdom the young do not yet understand. You bear testimonies of my faithfulness that others need to hear. You shine with the light of endurance, proving that hope is stronger than despair. Do not despise this season. Embrace it as a holy opportunity to reveal my glory in ways that only a life well lived can. On the clouded days, I invite you to look not only at what you see, but at what I have promised. Lift your eyes to the eternal horizon. This life is but a breath, but my kingdom is forever. Each day you endure with hope, you are storing treasures in heaven. Each prayer you whisper through tears rises as incense before me. Each act of faith in the midst of disappointment echoes into eternity. Nothing is wasted when it is lived with hope in me. Child, hope is a choice. You may not always feel it, but you can choose it. Just as you choose to rise from bed each morning, you can choose to say, "I will trust my God today. I will believe he is still good. I will expect his mercies, even here, even now. And when you make that choice, even trembling, even weak, my spirit breathes strength into your soul. Hope takes root again, and light begins to break through. Do not underestimate the power of your hope. Those around you, your children, your grandchildren, your friends, your community, they are watching. They see the way you respond to life's storms, and when they witness your steadfast hope, even on clouded days, it becomes a testimony to them. Your choice to hope today may ignite hope in another tomorrow. In this way, your faith continues to multiply, bearing fruit long after you have spoken your last word. I know there are days when you long for heaven, when the weariness of this world makes you ache for home. That longing is not wrong. It is the pull of eternity written on your heart. But until that day comes, I call you to live with hope here. Not because this world is perfect, but because I am present within it. Not because your body will never ache, but because your spirit can still soar. Not because disappointments will vanish, but because joy can still rise from the ashes. Remember, child, that hope is not fragile when it is rooted in me. It is not easily broken by circumstances. It does not crumble in the face of loss. It stands firm, like an anchor dropped deep into the waters, holding you steady when waves crash. And when your final day arrives, hope will carry you across the threshold into the fullness of my presence, where faith becomes sight and sorrow becomes joy everlasting. So today, no matter what clouds you face, choose hope. Whisper my name when you feel weak. Speak my promises when you feel afraid. Lift your eyes when the ground seems heavy. You are not without light. You are not without purpose. You are not without me. Every good gift, every spark of joy, every moment of abundance flows down from my throne to you. Even in the rain, I send blessings. Even in the shadows, I pour out grace. Even in the waiting, I prepare greater things. Your story is not defined by disappointments, but by the hope you carry in me. Hold fast, beloved. The clouds will part, the sun will shine again. And even before it does, my presence is your light, your warmth, your unshakable hope. Walk forward with courage, for I go before you. Live with joy, for I am with you. Rest with peace, for your future is secure in me. You remain free, always free, to choose hope. And when you choose it, you choose me.